I never replied to anything, but my friend posted just more like Canadian bullshit. I'm like, hey, I'm fucking happy I left. And the guy replied with just in the comments with thank you for leaving. And I clicked his thing and he was like the soy face. I'm just going to put a picture of him and what I traced into the group chat here.
I only found out recently that a very popular soy jack is actually a trace of Markiplier, the YouTuber.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, this is so good.
Let me open my phone.
We're gonna have to post this.
yeah.
We'll have to post this story. Yeah, actually, dude, maybe that's the fucking episode art.
Oh my god! Please make this the episode art. The the Justin Trudeau Funko Pop is such a nice touch. Oh my god,
dude. Speaking of Canada, like, didn't they just celebrate like a Ukrainian Nazi veteran?
Yeah, they literally had like a former Waffen SS member get up in front of Parliament, talk about how he fought the Russians, and everyone gave him a standing ovation at the end.
Wait, hold on. Sorry, wait, hold on. You're telling me that Canada is based now?
You're listening to the Art and War Schizocast with your hosts, Nathan and Lucas. Nathan is a Canadian illustrator and shooter with a couple years of military experience. Lucas is an Irish tech journalist and entrepreneur. Together, they shout into the online void. Enjoy the show.
The cold open is now about Cyberpunk. The new DLC just came out and it's got a sexy black man in it. But,
So we have like an hour of recording that just went into the garbage because BR's using 56k dial-up and he's running Napster in the background.
Yeah, BR is logged in on Netscape right now.
He's got 27
Navigator.
seeds going.
His AOL CD full of internet ran out, so he needs to put a new AOL CD in.
If someone has some more internet they can send me, please send it to my PO box.
I had to hand deliver it.
Dude, that statement alone dates us really badly. Remember, It's like, okay, each CD is like 3 hours of internet or whatever. Just imagine that is currency. You tell a Zoomer, you tell someone who's like 20 years or under that it's like five CDs equals like 30 hours of internet, their heads would fucking explode.
Back in my day, the internet came on CDs.
We had to walk uphill both ways to download internet porn.
We got them free in these things called magazines.
We had to wank to JPEGs.
JPEGs.
I used to print out my porn. But,
make it last longer.
The Cyberpunk's out, and we were talking about the initial release of Cyberpunk and it being broken. And Nathan, I just remember when it came out, I was playing it on PC, and I was like, yeah, it's kind of working for me, but people are having some issues. How's it running your PS4? And Nathan just doesn't reply. And then about an hour later, he's like, okay, I sold my PS4 and I bought a PS4 Pro. I was like, Jesus Christ, dude. He fucking literally went and sold someone his PS4 and drove to Target to buy a fucking PS4 Pro the day
I got it on Canadian Craigslist. I sold it for $200 and I bought a PS4 Pro for $250. So it was bad. It was bad. The game was good. Like I really, really, really wanted it to work. So yeah. I think the upgrade made it actually like playable. I really enjoyed Cyberpunk. I don't even care, and I know that it's good now, but I always thought it was good, albeit broken.
Like it just like I said before we recorded, like the problem was I never thought the problem was aside from the glitches that people had on the older systems or whatever, like I never thought the problem was the game. The problem was what the game was marketed as, which of course had nothing to do with the actual developers. That's all just the marketing department making people overhyped for bullshit, which is honestly is every game now. Like every fucking game now has like some marketing department that is just told go fucking hog wild, and they just come out with the most insane bullshit, and you can tell the developers are panicking backstage. Like that was Starfield recently, you know, like they did all this shit like, you know, you're gonna be able to go to fucking 400 million planets and everyone's gonna be fucking different, and the devs are just like, oh Jesus Christ, we're gonna get lynched. And like it's like that's just every game now. But yeah, Cyberpunk suffered from that very heavily, but I really liked the game when it came out. I like the story a lot. I fucking love Keanu playing an asshole because he doesn't often do that in movies. He's usually kind of just either the generic protagonist or he's just kind of like generally nice, so it was cool to see him just being an active dickhead. And I still love that line from the trailer where V is like, "You're a real dick, you know that?" And then Keanu's like, "And you're a cunt. Maybe we'll fit together just nicely." And it's a I like seeing Keanu actually being a dickhead. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I liked the game. I thought it was fun, and now he's got a sexy black man as a protagonist, so I'm excited about that. I love Idris Elba.
The best the British Isles have to offer.
I literally just spent the $30 on the DLC
I'm proud of
as we started this.
Very proud of you. Yeah, I'm gonna get it too. I think it looks like it's gonna be
Yeah,
good.
same.
I'm ready to be hurt again.
Yeah, I have not gamed, God, in a while. I think the only game I played since I got to America was Fear and Hunger. Fucking great game. I know I talk about it too much, but I think this is going to get me back into it.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna play. And like they've overhauled like the entire fucking game, basically the entire system. All the perks and skill trees and shit are like completely different and shit now. Nathan, there's some Edge Runner references throughout the game as well. And things like that. I hear it's pretty fucking good. So I'm excited to play again.
Yeah. No, I
anyway,
really
intro us, BR.
Yes.
What? You can't just bring it on me like that. Do the intro thing. Yeah. So we're doing Schizocast, gang. It's the first time we've got Lucas and Phil on the same wavelength. Phil, our new addition to the team. If you hadn't caught our previous episode with him, he's our camera guy behind the camera on the video episodes and all the upcoming shenanigans we're getting into, like the PP Task Force stuff. We just put out our little first edit of that, some range footage from the AWS get together. But yeah, it's Lucas, Phil, myself, and Nathan. So
hello,
we are
gang, boys club,
gang.
God, the conversation's flowing so much better now that you actually have internet that works.
Dude, like previously. Oh my god, the delay was fucking killing me. I'd say something, and then it would come through and just completely derail the conversation. I'm like, everyone's like, "Oh yeah, that's nice, BR." Anyway, like fuck.
I don't know if I regret canceling the Zencaster subscription now. I guess we'll find out.
We'll find out. We'll see.
Maybe you just need to use a not Netscape Navigator. It's boys club now. Girls don't exist. Paige has blinked out of existence. No, Paige being a host on the show has come to a close. She is very busy and doing Paige things. Honestly, keeping her on, it gave me a lot of cognitive dissonance because I still don't think women are real.
This is a point that I've backed you up on repeatedly. They're a psyop made to distract you, Nathan. Don't look up from the iPad. Keep drawing.
But in all seriousness, she's working on Pew Peeps, the upcoming gun.
Yes, everyone go to Pew Peeps
Expo. So we will be supporting her in that, and go follow Pew Peeps or whatever. Do the social media thing. Consume the product. Get excited for the next product.
Yes,
yes.
Tell them.
Consume product.
Yes, we still love Paige very much.
I can't unironically do this. Ironically, the shirt drop hype beast culture thing is something we make fun of so much. But you know what?
And now we're about to stop doing it.
As long as we're self-aware. It's basically like Gun World Funko Pops. You want a fucking skeleton with nods? Let's give you a skeleton with nods, motherfucker. It's going to be white on a black shirt. It's going to have something edgy on it.
Like I have so many patches with skulls and nods.
Yeah, literally a whole wall is right next to Phil, filled with skulls with nods.
Because it's fucking cool.
And so many anime girls with guns.
Yeah, I had to put that one away.
Oh.
That one's not safe for people to hang out here.
I want to see this patch now.
So many waifu tits.
Yeah, like you want to buy some fucking Velcro patches, motherfucker? You want to put them on literally every piece of Velcro you own? Let's do that. We'll drop 50 of them, and you'll see them on eBay for $200 later.
Yeah. No, The one thing I'll say is for anyone that does do that, do not stop. Not just because we're going to be doing it now. Keep doing it. I've spent 4 years dressing as a goth every fucking day in the middle of Ireland. You can imagine the hell I went through, and I still never stopped. It's don't let anyone tell you what to look like or what to wear. Keep wear your fucking skeleton knots.
A phase.
Yes.
It's a vibe.
Yeah, it's straight up. I've learned that it literally isn't for me. All my clothes are still black. I've never managed to successfully leave my goth phase. I don't ever plan to.
Based.
Dude, I was heavy into like the just monochromatic thing for years. It was all black, white, and gray. And I don't know. I think it was drugs. Honestly, now I'm wearing like I'm wearing a tie-dye shirt with a Tech 9 on it. I don't know how this happened. But, yeah, shout out to Walter Sobchak Security LLC. But this is the most colorful thing I've ever owned.
I say that it's because that I like black and gray, but really it's that I don't know how colors work or how to dress it. So at this stage, I'm far too old to learn. So it's
accenting
like,
colors is that's a tough one.
Yeah, the most I do is my tattoos have red in them. That's the best we're gonna get. So,
accent color achieved.
Yeah. But,
honestly, like 90% of my shirts are just like black with simple white things on them, or just black. I get it. I can't figure out how to dress myself.
I think like anytime I hang out with you, Nathan, every shirt you own is something that just got like randomly turned up at your door, like in the mail, that like you didn't order. Like it's just like it's like I was like there's a box outside, and he just opens it, and it's just got like 2 T-shirts and like a bunch of patches and shit. And he's like, "Oh yeah, this company just sent this to me," and I'm like, "Oh okay."
That's very nice of people. I do appreciate it. Oh yes, the possums howling at the moon shirt that just showed up at your house.
Yeah,
you need to find out who
the fuck got your address. It's not for me.
Dox them.
I'm gonna tweet out your address right now, B.R. It's a bad move. Give it to me. But...
Do it. I have guns. I don't give a shit. I will shoot at any sound that comes near my front door.
I was gonna say it'd be funny to do a PO box for the cast, but I feel like we would immediately get a pipe bomb in it.
Here's hoping. Just send it.
That's
inactive.
a free toy.
Yeah. Like if it blows off our hands, fair play. But if we can reuse it, I mean, kudos.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you do successfully send one of us a pipe bomb, we will blow it up and post it on Insta. So.
Hey, if you send us a pipe bomb and you mean for it to kill us, make sure it kills us.
Yeah, because we will be coming for you.
And speaking of killing podcast members, I said this last time. Instagram. Yeah, speaking of killing podcast members, I will be in Tampa from the 24th to the 3rd. Bounty on my head. If you kill me, you get to take my place in the podcast. So come find me. I'll be in the Tampa area. I have an Airbnb, but I've forgotten the coordinates. So just search all of Tampa for me.
It's not that.
If you kill him, you can legally take his stuff.
At one point, I will be on a yacht in the harbor, so if you snipe me, it'll be a pure GTA mission, and you'll feel really cool.
But, however, you will need to if you want the co-host spot, you will need to retrieve Lucas's phone, take a picture of his dead body like you're a fucking hitman, and then text it to us. Hopefully with the most creative pose you can, and then we'll be like, all right, here's the next episode recording time, and we'll just we'll introduce you then and go from there.
Yeah, this is the guy that killed Lucas. He's the new co-host. What's going on?
Yeah, I say hi.
Yeah, also, if you're not funny and you suck, you only get that one episode.
If you don't have any good bits, then you don't get to be on the podcast.
Like, ooh, he did kill our co-host, but he isn't very funny.
Yeah, no, you need to have at least like a few like bits to like gay Tony Soprano or something that you can like talk about. Just like do a few like accents or some shit.
If you can't do a good Down syndrome impression, don't even bother trying to kill Luke.
Yeah, exactly. You got to be able to match my Down syndrome impression.
Don't waste our time.
Development in that. I'm going into trenches, boys. I applied to volunteer for the Special Olympics.
Wait, what?
What?
Not a joke. Go. Not a joke. I legitimately did. And guess what I found out? I found out my father is friends with like the guy that runs the Special Olympics here in Ireland. So we're about to get on the ground reporting.
Nice.
Incredible. Wow. They really, you couldn't get anyone more excited about the sport, like a true appreciator of the game.
I'm gonna get, once I have my team of boys, like the dogs, I'm gonna get like a video of them all like going like, everyone subscribe to Art and War, and like I'll post that. Getting them all synced up saying at the same time is going to be a fucking hassle, but I'll do my best.
Oh god!
I'll motivate them. I'll tell them John Cena. The video's going to John Cena, and I'll get them all motivated that way.
Dude, I will completely replace the intro. We will no longer use music and a nice soothing female voice. It will just be, "Hello, welcome to Art and War," and then just cut straight into the cold open. No music, no nothing. Just awkward pause and then fade in.
I'm gonna see if I can find a way to like get them all to a strip club and see what happens.
Bro, you're gonna make dreams come
fucking
true.
bitches about the place. Yeah, but no, I'm not joking though. I genuinely did actually volunteer for the Special Olympics, and it will not shock anyone to find out that I actually did used to volunteer at a disabled home when I was younger, and did for many years. And that's how I found out that they're like the coolest dudes ever. And they used to do shit like, we would every year organize this charity event that was like it's called a fete. It's essentially just like a big like kind of like a carnival, and they're like, they have like an area where there'd be like secondhand clothing that people would donate, and like people would like set it up, and all the middle-aged women would be like putting up all the stuff for people to come and buy, and all the money would go to like the disabled home. And like there'd be girls like on like a chair like putting something on a wall, and like somebody was walking behind, just put his hands directly on their ass, and they'd be like, "Stop touching me, Frank. Don't let go of me." And he'd be like, "I made sure you don't fall." And they'd be like, "I'm not going to fall, Frank. Let go of me." They would just do shit like that constantly. And I was like, these guys fucking rule. They're just the best. One year I dressed up as Fozzie Bear. I had a Fozzie Bear costume, and me and my buddy went around trying to sell ice creams, and they were every year they were like, "We never like sell all the ice creams." We're like, "We'll sell all the ice creams." And all we did was just do various like Jackass style stunts that we were like, if you buy 5, Johnny will climb a tree and jump out head first, and like shit like that. And we sold out that shit in literally like 30 minutes. We came back, we're like, "They're all gone." We sold all of them. We put like, here's a photo of one of the guys that we put into the ice cream fucking little like pusher thing that we had, and like shit like that. Like it all fucking worked. Just all you have to do is just hurt yourself and people will give you money.
This is where the entrepreneurship comes from, huh?
Yeah, that's what I found out. It's just as much bodily harm as you can handle, and you'll make money. So that's what I'm doing for years. Now I just give myself brain damage every day. Speaking of disabled dudes, the guys in War Thunder have once again leaked internal government documents. Speaking of weaponized autism,
it's happening like every other week now.
Straight up, dude, it literally used to happen like once a year. You'd be like, "Oh yeah, like some like military like documents on like the latest fucking like F-17 or some shit got leaked," and now it's like every week the guys in War Thunder are just posting classified info.
So what is the story behind this? Like, is this just some like undiagnosed, high-functioning Air Force guys who love the fuck out of War Thunder, who are like, "No, actually, the jet," and then just spew.
Literally, you got it dead on. That's literally it. It is straight up. And for some reason, the War Thunder forums seem to be populated entirely by like U.S. Air Force autists, and there's always arguments about like the designs of new like planes and helicopters and shit that come out in the game, and then they'll get into arguments about how it should operate, and then someone's like, "I got the fucking specs right here, fuck you," and they just post like internal military documents. So from an article here, it goes, the document shared this time was the flight manual for the Lockheed F-117 Nighthawk. Information such as sensor locations, firing angles, and engine specifications were shown on the pages circulated on the thread. So, like, this happens on this is like the 12th time it's happened.
The Nighthawk? That's pretty fucking bad.
The Wikipedia currently lists 10 separate instances of classified or sensitive information being leaked on War Thunder forums, with 6 of those occurring just this year.
So it's increasing exponentially.
Yeah, like it's going to get to a point where they're just going to post like all the fucking JFK docs and all the fucking CIA shit too. Like it's going to be like just in.
Can we skip to that part?
Yes.
So this is hilarious. So in the Wikipedia page where they break down all these leaks, they include the topic of interest. So July 14, 2021, Challenger 2 tank, restriction level classified, topic of interest, in-game modeling. Description: a forum member claiming to be a Challenger 2 tank commander posted images of classified documents pertaining to the tank. The documents contained information about the armor structure of the vehicle and were edited to make them appear declassified under the UK Freedom of Information Act. The post was taken down because the UK Ministry of Defence had previously told Gaijin Entertainment that the documents were classified. The user was given an official warning by forum officials. Like, that's all that happened.
The British government are like, yeah, we can't arrest him for autism, and technically it's not treason. Fuck.
June 2022, ZTZ-99 tank classified. Topic of interest: tungsten penetrator. A user posted an image of a Chinese DTC-10-125 tungsten penetrator on the War Thunder forums, sitting atop a document outlining the projectile specifications.
So this was leaked Chinese military intel?
Yeah, like, it's international. It's not even like US or UK or some shit. It's all over the fucking place.
That's incredible.
That was when I heard the Chinese were doing it too, I was like, oh yeah, boys. Nice.
Nice. Sick. Like, autism knows no borders.
No, absolutely
We're not so different, you and I.
This is like in World War II on Christmas Day when like the fucking Germans and Soviets put down their weapons and played a game of football together. Like, this is like the exact same thing, just being like getting autistic about War Thunder and be like, right, back to me trying to kill you with a drone. But yeah, no, it's I love like this is like, to me, feels like remnants of the old internet, you know, like back when like there used to be like forums for everything back in the day. Like, there was no centralized hubs, everything was on like a niche specific forum, and like that you'd have dudes that were just like they're like just like incredibly detailed documents on like how to build your own like first of all, illegal shit like home weed grows and stuff, and these dudes have been doing it for the past like 30 years, and they'd have all this insanely detailed information. And like then now it's like shit like this where it's just like, you know, internal, this is like the final remnants is just fucking like autists from different militaries posting their like incredibly classified documents about their latest fucking military hardware. But that is
that's the thing, like, people, like, or at least the general public who don't know about it, always think of the military as like a bunch of badasses, and it's like, no, those guys exist, but the military for the most part is a bunch of fucking dorky ass nerds, and I say that with love. Like, they're all just in a rush to get back to the barracks and jump on their game of choice, probably their gaming PC or whatever. Like, nerds fucking from sea to shining sea, and clearly across borders. They're all just like, oh yeah, no, I know the legit shit on this. Fuck you. They're arguing about it like they're arguing over Star Wars facts, and I appreciate the fuck out of that.
I always love when like random like weird niches actually like result in like genuine technological advancement, like how the Overwatch porn 3D creation community like pioneered genuinely like, so the guys that make like porn of Overwatch characters genuinely pioneered like an entire new way of 3D animation that like was previously not done before. That has become like industry standard.
Well,
yeah, it started with
also like
Phil knows all about this. Phil loves his Overwatch porn. Go on, Phil.
No, it started with BioShock Infinite. BioShock Infinite, the chick in BioShock Infinite. They it started with them making porn of her.
Yeah.
And then that animation turned into Overwatch like animation.
Yeah, that's actually it. Yeah, correct.
Why do you know this history?
Why do I know so much about Chris Chan, dude? Fucking, we're all completely retarded. Like,
shout out to Tumblr. I feel like Tumblr doesn't get enough love, but that is
true. Actually, as gay as Tumblr is, it is genuinely responsible for a ton of those fucking instances.
And genuinely gay. Yeah, it still exists.
I think Tumblr's alright. I know they got bought by Yahoo and
then they just nuked it. Yeah.
Oh, Tumblr looks like Twitter now. What the fuck? I just
They got bought by Yahoo. They tried to turn into Twitter. They got rid of the porn, but it's
that
Tumblr.
Was the big mistake.
The porn's not going away. It just goes underground.
Yeah.
It's Tumblr. Yeah. You can never do that.
See, that's the thing. Like, the more you try and sterilize these spaces, like trying to take that Wild West internet thing away, either the shittier it gets or like the value goes. Because like Tumblr was so valuable because it had fucking tens of millions of, you know, porn addicts sharing all of their weird shit.
It had literally anything. It was like 4chan. It was like 4chan, but it looked better.
But I was just about to say, do you remember like there was like ongoing wars between 4chan and Tumblr? And I just logged on here now to the trending tab on Tumblr, and someone has posted a green text screenshot. How the times have changed. This is insane.
What the fuck?
It was Tumblr, 4chan, and Reddit. They all kind of had that like 3-way feud.
Dude, am I going to Reddit the survivor?
Oh god, easily the gayest one.
Yeah.
Like, it was funny is Reddit had like a weird like transition where it used to be kind of cool back when they allowed like porn and shit. That was great.
And it was great.
I just had to do that. I love giving BR editing work. You remember back when they had r/jailbait? That was a genuine thing.
What?
Do you know this? I know this. That was it. Oh my god! Me and Phil's my type of autist. He knows everything I'm talking about, right? Like I say shit, and Phil's just like, "Oh yeah. That was the chick from BioShock Infinite." You guys are like, "What the fuck are you two talking about?" This is great. I got some of the back me up.
You two have both been actively on the internet too long, and me and Nathan have actively tried to avoid being on the internet.
We are far too online. I've slowly poisoned Nathan, which is why he knows who Sam Hyde and Chris Chan are now. But
I genuinely would not know these things if it was not for Lucas.
Sam Hyde is a good thing, though.
He is the greatest fighter in Ukrainian history. But
he is responsible for so many mass shootings, though.
Yeah, he is also the worst thing because he's responsible for every mass shooting.
Every single one, no matter what country it happens in.
He's like chaotic neutral in all examples. But did you just drop your gun, BR?
No, that was a box of Warhammer.
Okay,
sure.
How are we the
just
most
lie to
us
here? And say you dropped your gun?
No, this is
that's much more respectable.
All right, yeah, this is what dropping my gun sounds like. It's a bit more substantial.
That was more satisfying.
Yeah, yes. That's much more respectful than the Warhammer.
I do respect the fact you legitimately threw your Gucci Glock onto the floor to.
I'm more worried about the floor. It's a Glock.
Yeah, true.
It'll be fine.
Yeah. Yes.
Dude, at fucking Childeberg, my dumbass. What the fuck was I using? I couldn't find a rock to hammer in some stakes for my little body bag tent, and I was like, I'll just use my Glock as a hammer. And I was like, this is funny, but it's probably really bad.
That's why all the Army's Berettas are fucked. They just use them as hammers.
I think I still have one of my mags. I've actually got like impact marks from doing that.
What the fuck were we talking about? We were talking about Reddit. When Reddit, I had to explain Reddit jailbait. Fucking.
I really wish you wouldn't.
No, I'm gonna do this. So r/jailbait was is exactly what you thought it was. It was dudes posting photos of hot younger girls that were underage but not technically naked. So it'd be like posting their like 16-year-old friends, sisters, like bikini pictures from Facebook and like shit like that.
No.
And this went on for fucking ages. Like this was not like a short-term thing. And I believe there was even like basically when Reddit started to expand into like the EU and shit, there was actually a big fight over where they tried to keep it, and then eventually they were like, no, you just straight up cannot have this on the platform, you have to get rid of it. And so they shut it down. And then the other big Reddit subreddit drama was fat people hate, where people just posted it was a fat people, or we're just like, look at this fat retard.
That for a while.
Yep. The original podcast group chat between me, Nathan, and Mitch was Fat People Hate Group.
Yeah,
for like 2 years. So, fuck.
You guys will fit right in.
Not anymore. It's fucking gone. What a shame.
Yeah, they got rid of that. And then there was r/watch people die, which was basically just an aggregator of Live League, really. Like it was just like follows people getting their head decimated by trains and shit. And that got shut down as well. Then that briefly got transitioned into r/make my coffin. Where there was like one that popped up shortly afterwards, and again it's sort of gore subreddit, but now it's all gay and everyone's fucking retarded on it, and this is my incredible vocabulary right here. Gay and retarded is the closest thing I can do to describe Reddit at the moment. But
it's accurate though.
Yeah, like it's like Reddit has now become like a verb or like a descriptor where like you just see someone, you're like they're just extremely Reddit. Like it's like it's exactly what you think. Just the typical I like r/heckin' awesome. Like believe scientists. r/ atheism. God isn't real. Like this like, incredibly fucking soy. I think actually that's actually I think where a lot of the original soy faces came from was tracings of dudes that posted to Reddit.
Oh, dude, like, I literally did that to a guy yesterday. It's the
you drew someone into
a
a soy face.
Yeah,
incredible.
Here, I'll put it into the group chat. I never replied to anything, but my friend posted just more like Canadian bullshit. I'm like, hey, I'm fucking happy I left, and the guy replied with just in the comments with, thank you for leaving. And I clicked his thing and he was like, the soy face. I'm just going to put a picture of him and what I traced into the group chat here.
I only found out recently that a very popular soy jack is actually a trace of Markiplier, the YouTuber.
Yeah. Oh, dude, this is so good.
Let me open my phone.
We're gonna have to post this soy. We'll have to post this soy jack. Yeah, actually, dude, maybe that's the fucking episode art.
Oh my god! Please make this the episode art. The the Justin Trudeau Funko Pop is such a nice touch. Oh my god,
dude. Speaking of Canada, like, didn't they just celebrate like a Ukrainian Nazi veteran?
Yeah, they literally had like a former Waffen SS member get up in front of Parliament, talk about how he fought the Russians, and everyone gave him a standing ovation at the end.
Wait, hold on. You're telling me that Canada is based now?
Like, what the fuck was going through their heads when they're like, oh, like how old is the fucking dude? Like 80 something, 90?
Yeah, he's good now.
He's good now. He's on the side of the Angels.
He's chill. He's chilled out. He's fine.
Listen, he hasn't killed anyone in like, I don't know, 80 years.
Oh, and then I had a follow-up joke immediately, and I was like, nope.
Dude, I just called him Nazi base. You can get away with anything.
We have jester's privilege, dude.
Would it change if we said he was the only one? He was the one that only killed gypsies.
Yes, it would. Yes, it would.
Dedicated gypsy executioner.
That's a public servant. I would give him a standing ovation in Parliament.
Yeah, no, he deserved it for that. Isn't this dude like fucking like 90 or some shit? How old was he when he was probably like 14 or something when he was in the fucking SS?
What? Like, Nathan, do you know much about this?
I think I told Nathan, and I know fucking nothing. So.
I don't really know anything other than what little I've seen and the manufactured outrage in the news, which seems actually fairly legitimate this time. But I haven't looked into the guy now.
If I believe this story that I read, again, this is coming from my retarded Twitter brain. It's something along the lines of the dude was in the SS in a division that fought, I believe. It was like alongside some Ukrainian division or something against the Soviets, I think was why I heard back in the day.
Yeah, I've got it here. All right, so 98-year-old Yaroslav Hunka, what a fucking name, was in the 1st Ukrainian division, also was known as the Waffen SS Galicia Division, or the SS 14th Waffen Division, a voluntary unit, not conscripted, that was under the command of the Nazis.
Holy fuck.
That's an important point.
That's so much worse than...
Yeah.
He wanted to. Like, he wasn't even made.
Yeah, he was like, I will fight for the fatherland, even though I'm Ukrainian. What the fuck, dude? So Canada's House Speaker who invited him resigned over this shit. But, like, I can't believe that no one was like, yeah, this 98-year-old dude fought the Russians. Who was
literally like
that age group was fighting the Russians, and what war was that? Maybe we should think about these things.
Did they not know he was in the SS? Did they think that he was just happened to be fighting in World War II?
There's no way that didn't go by multiple people.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, did not one person be like, "Yo, listen, I know he fought." It just speaks of just modern day superhero brain, where they're just like, Russians bad guys, Ukraine's good guys. He fought Russians. It's like, yeah, no context, lads. Why was he fighting the Russians? Over what?
I am going to, and this isn't like a defense of anything that happened, but this is just more something that really grinds my gears personally.
I'm sweating.
People are so fucking retarded when it comes to history these days. Genuinely,
Oh, yeah.
like people that I would expect better from. Like an example of mine goes to a friend of mine, 36-year-old college-educated woman, asks me one day if World War II was the one where Hitler was the bad guy. I genuinely have such a low.
Depends on who you ask.
But I think about like younger people I know. Like I was into history growing up. I was like, that was my autistic hyper focus next to like J.R. Tolkien as a weird like autistic kid.
That's a good one.
I really liked history. And I learned about history outside of what was taught to me in schools, which wasn't a lot. Like Canadian history is basically just like a bunch of people sitting around campfires. And then Canada happened.
Accurate.
That's what I assumed.
It just popped up.
Just a bunch of Frenchmen in the woods.
I would go as far to say, for the majority of people who don't give a fuck about history, they basically get the generalities of what Twitter tells them, or what they've gleaned from TV and the internet, and that's fucking it. And it stands to reason that there's a lot of those people in positions of power and otherwise who simply don't know or care. So it actually doesn't really surprise me that this got by.
Yeah, fair.
This isn't a defense of them at all. It's still fucking retarded. But
dude, it's impressively retarded though. Like
completely.
Woke ass Canada couldn't stop for a second to, like you said, Lucas, get away from that superhero brain of, oh, Russia bad. This guy fought Russia. He's good. For 5 seconds to be like, context.
I guarantee that was the thought process. That was all that went into that.
Yeah. And it, like, fucking,
I wonder how they found him. Did he just rock up to the thing and be like, yo, so, I once fought the Russians. They're like, oh, really?
I've been hiding out in Canada for like fucking 70 years, and finally I'm a war hero.
It's him standing there crying, being like, I knew one day they'd recognize me for the hero I
am. Guys, see, no one gets the fucking memo. He just turns up in full dress uniform.
He's like digging all those mass graves was worth it. I knew it.
Just rolls down his sleeves and shows off like the most vicious fucking like Black Sun Nazi swastika tattoos just everywhere. Like
that would be great. Like, midway through, he rips open his shirt to just reveal like massive swastikas on his chest.
I will die for the Fourth Reich.
A full portrait of Hitler on his back.
Like, oh fuck. Turn the cameras off.
Full Hugo Boss, all black Nazi dress.
Give them
dress to the nines.
They knew how to fucking dress.
They did. They fucking did.
Well, yeah, they had some pretty insane designers making their shit, like Hugo Boss.
I talked about this on one of the last Schizocast. I talked about this last Schizocast. I was like it's the problem with fascism is that they genuinely dress so fucking well, dude. That's why it's so appealing. As I said, it was was it fucking not a fascism, fashion. Let's fucking go. I'm fucking down. You offer me the black trench coat and that fucking hat and the gloves, I'm probably gonna be like, all right, man, let's try it out. Let's see what's going on.
let's hear him out for a minute, all right?
I'll wear the uniform, see how I feel.
Yeah, unfortunately, the alternative is to dress like fucking Tiny Tim while you're throwing Molotovs and eating like gruel, trying to fight the regime. It's a pretty shitty deal if you care about how you look. If you're trying to get some female attention.
That really is how they should like recruit for like the army these days. Just get Hugo Boss to redesign the uniforms and then just do Virgin and Chad memes of us like, being like Chinese military and like the sad walking in like just the camos, and then like American military and you're just dressed like you're out of fucking like some sort of like military themed anime and you just got like fucking like glowing LED colors and shit. We'd be like, oh, I'm fucking down.
When the U.S. Army announced that they were going back to the pink and greens of the World War II era for their dress uniforms, I was like, I don't know, I might do it. That's just pretty
tempting. Yo, side note, I logged into Tumblr for the first time in like ever, and it's doing nothing but suggesting me hot goth bitches. So maybe Tumblr.
So it knows you.
We are so back.
We're so back.
We're so back.
So far, it has shown me a mod of a Khajiit from Skyrim to look like Puss in Boots from the Shrek movies. And I just posted it in the chat in Zencaster for you guys to look at, and then just gifs of sexy goth bitches. So,
oh my god, that Puss in Boots is way too tall. I'm very unnerved.
I'm thinking that I'm back on Tumblr.
Oh, I do not like that. That is like Skinwalker Puss in Boots.
See, the real question is, do we bring Seaburn to Tumblr?
No,
right now it seems pretty base.
I don't even like being on Instagram,
Dude.
much less ever like our satellite Twitter. I will kill myself.
Dude,
Tumblr is still around.
I will put this in my mouth.
But is it
loaded? I like how everyone listening just knows what they're doing already.
Oh no!
I have learned like that's the secret to effective. Yeah, you simply threaten suicide first.
It's very annoying. It's very annoying that like suicide is permanent, because think how much fun it'd be just like every time someone like you just walk into traffic, like you just like, get decimated by a bus. You just put a shotgun in your mouth and pull like, the most mild. You go to fucking Chipotle. I'm sorry, we don't have extra chicken. Boom! Fucking in the queue. Just brains everywhere. You just like completely ruin someone's life. They'll never
change
get
the
your
course
face
of
on
their
their
lives
brain
forever.
Yeah,
like straight up.
I do find it really funny how algorithms pick up exactly what you want to look at, because I don't like Instagram and I don't really use it very much, which I know, I admit, ironic, but on my personal feed, on the Seaburn feed, it's a lot of food, which I find kind of funny.
It's always funny when I log in, I'm like, what the fuck is it recommending us? And I'm like, oh, it's probably what Nathan has been looking at.
But weirdly, it's like food. It's holdovers from Mitch era.
Mitch just Google like search on Instagram's like big sandwich and just scrolling through like, the results.
And I respect that.
Pretty wholesome.
It's very wholesome considering how much of a coomer he is. Yeah, no, I'm looking right now, and it's a dude with ramen on his head, and okay. Now it's all memes. And
I'm very impressed by how quickly Tumblr understood my love of goth bitches. This is very impressive.
Yeah, I went to my Explore feed, and it's entirely redheads, which
that tracks.
Not far off the mark. I'm actually kind of impressed.
See, what I really love about my Explore feed, like occasionally my lady will look like, you know, as one does, like, yeah, what's he been looking at while I'm scrolling through Instagram and my Explore, and it's just guns, shitty history memes, and so many, like 80%. Warhammer 40k models and lore.
You should.
You need to get a resin printer, like ASAP.
You should spend like 2 weeks just Google it, just like on Instagram, doing nothing but following and liking like any of her like mother or sister's posts. So when she goes through your feed, it's most of them. And she's like, "What the fuck?" And it's just like her sister constantly through the feed.
Like... I value my life, so I gentlemen, do not follow that.
I'm looking through my Insta right now, Explore feed, to see what it is, and it's a lot like nerdier and gayer than you'd expect. First of all, it's really jacked chicks, which like that tracks.
Which yes, muscle mommies are
most muscle mommies, and I'm like, yeah, no, that's pretty accurate.
The gang and probably most of the listenership is in full support.
I appreciate that.
Big fans.
And then the other is just random cosplay bullshit from back when I did cosplay stuff, and then some photography stuff. And and then just photos of dudes from bands I like. So that's nice. It's basically Instagram knows everything that goes on in my brain 24/7. That's basically all I think about. So and tattoos.
Yeah. Mine used to be tattoos, and then I ran into a conundrum of not being able to ever afford them ever again. So now it doesn't recommend tattoos to me. It's like, you broke ass bitch. You don't need any of that.
You don't need any of that.
Rip.
Tattoos are a necessity. You gotta get as many. Get your face up.
Yeah.
I'm trying to slowly make you as unemployable as possible, so that you join me and Nathan in the unemployed life.
Dude, you just have to get. Was it really 6 million tattooed in large letters on your forehead?
Oh my god.
Yeah. That's really on brand for me. That would nail it. Yeah. That's a classic BR right there.
just racial statistics.
Like,
all over your chest.
can't remember where I heard it. One of the funniest tattoo conversations I ever heard was someone talking about going for a job interview, and he was saying he wanted to get his name number 1 tattooed on his forehead, like Johnny number 1. So he's like subconsciously the interviewer is going to be looking at you, but thinking, I like this guy, and I don't know why. Johnny number 1. Like, you're going to get the job.
Number 1.
You'll be the most employable man on earth.
Yeah.
He was number 1.
Yeah, like I don't know why this guy just stood out to me. I don't know.
He just came out on top compared to all the other candidates.
Yeah. We actually, believe it or not, listeners, we actually came up with a topic list of things to discuss on this.
And then we immediately discarded
We immediately discarded to talk about the Special Olympics again. But let's see. I'll go back to it for a bit and see what we had here. What femboys, are they gay? No. The first one was, we're heading into spooky season, boys. We're going into Halloween. Is everyone excited?
Dude,
Yes.
if you're not a Halloween enjoyer, fuck you.
Fuck you. Eat my entire ass.
Yes. Nathan, are you going to make another pumpkin for Halloween?
Pumpkin?
Yeah, do you remember my plan the last time that you would just make a pumpkin, but you just put hot glue all around the mouth and write cum guzzler on the forehead?
That ended up in the episode of our last Halloween special.
Yeah, with Wendigoon, who was
Yeah.
all for the idea.
I'm very tempted. I actually usually like go kind of overboard and do this big nerdy carving, but I think this year it's going to be the pumpkin.
Yes.
I think you should do it as a way to like introduce yourself to your new neighbors who haven't talked to you yet, and just stand beside it, like hello, and just like the pumpkin beside you.
God, both of my neighbors are absolute psychopaths. Like the lady on the right will lean out of her window and scream at me if I go by with the dog. The guy on the left screamed at me for looking over my shoulder at him while I was walking home at night. I didn't know it was my next door
Nathan,
neighbor.
are you sure you're not just in like a psych ward next to a bunch of other
I'm
schizophrenics?
starting to think so. But yeah, no,
Nathan got caught with a
homeboy
large
followed
net.
me to my front porch, and I almost made him do the big sleep. I had no idea who the fuck he was. But you know, it's been long enough that I think I could say that without incriminating.
Dude, I'm pretty sure we already
actually-
talked about it on the show.
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah, almost made him do a happy accident. But yes, I haven't seen
Private
him.
meeting with God.
Yes.
To be fair, like if a dude like tries to walk into your fucking like your house and like follows you home, you're well within your rights to like shoot him in the fucking head.
Oh yeah, no, like just literally turn him into
6
spaghetti.
times.
Yeah.
And if you plan on doing that, boy, do we have the sponsor for you. Attorneys for Freedom.
I am in that moment, like afterwards, I was very thankful that I actually unironically am subscribed to that. Fuck, what were we talking about?
I feel like they're just waiting for the day they get an Instagram DM from Nathan being like, "Hey, I made a mistake." It's like,
How
Yeah.
quickly can you send someone out to Idaho?
But realistically, it's like if I do have to turn someone into spaghetti here, like I have a shovel, I'm going to beat them. I will not.
You're like, I'm not going the legal route. I'm just going to
No,
bail.
Jesus Christ! Like I don't care if it's 100% like a good shoot. It's like no, you're getting and dumped into a hole.
Yeah, just go back. Just like drive back to Canada. Just drive right. You drove left to get to Idaho. Just drive right.
just go the same way back.
Yeah.
No,
Thanks to this podcast, Attorneys for Freedom is going to have a lot of work to do whenever Nathan gets into some shit.
There's gonna be like a 60-second beep through this whole segment.
It's just
So
like
anyway, Attorneys for Freedom.
Attorneys for Freedom. They will help you so you don't have to get some 10-gallon buckets and in your washroom.
Attorneys for Freedom will make sure that you are not afraid of dropping the soap.
God, we have that code,
We have an affiliate. Like,
Good enough.
but I do think it's very funny, and the fact we can do bits with it is very good.
Wait, how the fuck does that affiliate code work? If someone gets arrested, you like get money? Like, what's the deal there?
No.
Go commit crime now.
Commit crime.
We get a percentage.
Listen to the voices. Just do it.
It's preventative. So you get it before you may have to defend your life, not with the plan Because they can cover you if they can make an argument that you're acting in self-defense. That is the key to coverage. And if you sign up for their stuff, we get a kickback for the initial sign up, and every month you remain help support the show. So that's how
do
that
we?
works.
That's neat.
Yes.
Well,
you know this. You read the fucking ad.
Listen to the voices. Just do it. Do it now.
Oh god, the fucking editing. Okay.
I have a good 40 minutes of Nathan trying to read the ad.
Yeah. You think Nathan's ad is really slick in the video Childeberg episode? What you don't know is that there are 38 more minutes of additional content of things that are really hilarious, but probably can't ever see the light of day for legal reasons.
I think I literally said that today.
I was holding
like,
the Unabomber's manifesto with an AK makes that whole bit so much better.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I actually think I said to you that I was like, man, you did a really good job on that ad read, and you were like, oh yeah, that took hours.
Oh, dude. So spooky season. Back to it. We got off track with like the pumpkin.
Pumpkin.
How do you not know this?
This is we made artwork of it. We made Do Not Tread on the Pumpkin artwork and everything.
This is integral lore for the Art and War podcast.
Yeah.
No tread on Pumpkin.
No tread on Pumpkin.
So, have any of you guys seen the film Annihilation, like with Natalie Portman? It's a horror film where
it's one of my favorite movies.
It's a really pretty horror movie. It's like because it goes from. Has everyone seen it?
I have seen it. I actually think I watched it ages back, and then it's been a long time, but I do know the whole film, and Nathan loves it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I watched it like a few years ago, and it just popped up, so I watched it with my lady the other night, and I was like, I remember this being like a complete fucking acid trip, and it's like so pretty. Like, so basic summary for anyone who hasn't seen it, like there's this big no-go zone that's expanding, and there's this kind of like really pretty, colorful shimmer, and as it expands, everything within its radius is like mutating. And so when they first go in, like there's like flowers everywhere. They're like these mutant flowers, and everything's like really colorful. And it's like, oh, this is sick. It's just kind of like this fucking. It's taking place in America somewhere, and it's like, oh, this is weird but kind of beautiful. And then as they go further, they kind of realize everything's mutating. And it's super fucked up. But like,
I just remember that scene of they cut the dude's stomach open and his intestines are like moving around like a snake.
They're like all worm-like inside of him. It's got some good actors in it. It's fucking
Oscar Isaac, Natalie Portman.
The fucking Valkyrie chick from the Thor movies.
Yeah.
What's her face? She's also in Westworld.
Yeah,
I'll look it up right now.
Some cranky old bitch that's in a lot of stuff.
Oh, it's got Jennifer Jason Leigh. I like her. It's got Benedict Wong, my boy Benedict Wong. I love him. Tessa Thompson.
Tessa Thompson. That's her.
Gina Rodriguez. Yeah, it's got fucking loads of people. It's a good ass movie. I need to rewatch. Actually, dude, you know what? I might rewatch it after this podcast.
You know, you should. Have you seen Talk to Me?
Yes, I saw it in theaters actually.
Oh yes, we talked about it. Excellent.
Very good.
Fuck. We tried to see it, but it was in the like around where we're at. It was in the fucking theaters for like a week, and then it was gone.
Yeah,
it's actually like one showtime.
It's pretty like low. It's like pretty independent. Like it's made by the fucking Raka guys. The guys from the YouTube channel Raka. Do you guys ever see those like fucking like insane Ronald McDonald sketches of like a dude dressed as Ronald McDonald like just like kicking the shit out of children and stuff? They were like internet memes for like a long time. Hold on, I'm gonna post a YouTube video right now. You're all gonna recognize this immediately. You're gonna go like, oh yeah, those fucking videos. He like screams like a really high pitched voice.
Lucas just has like an archive of every single viral event on the internet in the last like 2 decades.
It's all in my head. It's all just in here, and I can't get it out.
Get out of my head! Get out of my head! Get out of my head!
Get out of my head! Get out of my head! Chris Chan, get out! Yeah, you skip.
Shit.
Yeah, like so, like those dudes, they're the ones that made Talk to Me.
What the fuck? What?
That's amazing. I love it.
And it's really, really well done.
Yeah, no, it actually like fucking is really good. It's I was very, very impressed with it, especially like given like the fact that they were dealing with like budget constraints and shit. It's really fucking good.
Yeah.
Because it was an A24 film, right?
Yeah, A24
Yeah.
never misses.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
pretty
interesting. Well,
I don't know about that.
we discussed it a little bit, fucking at the AWS house when we when me and Phil both got in. You just chucked on what was it? Under the Skin? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, that one was like kind of artsy fartsy.
That one
I
may
don't
have
think
been
it
a
was bad, it
miss.
was just
Like,
artsy.
Nah, I'm just gonna say it. That movie was dog shit, dude.
like
It was an art movie. There was Scarlett Johansson naked multiple times.
but
like
in
that.
like really fucked up situations where it's like
I like that even more.
and here's the rub. You have to see like full frontal Scotsman with like hanging dong hard.
Listen, you
That
are
makes it
really
even
selling
better.
me on this. You are really selling me on this movie, dude.
Okay. I mean, you know,
Lucas, you will like it. They do. She does murder a bunch of Scotsmen. So
I'm watching this with my
that
pants
was
off.
my
later.
favorite bit. Yeah, I mean, the whole time it was really just a documentary on Scotland. Like,
Yeah, I the last A24 film that I actually was like, I have this like rule at movies as well that I'm like, I liked it. It's not a good movie. Like there's a lot of films I have like that where I'm like, I enjoyed this. I would never recommend it to anyone.
The story of
And-
Ricky.
Ricky, no, I recommend Ricky O to fucking everyone. That movie is fucking incredible. But
It is
no,
the
like
best movie.
I recently watched the Nick Cage film Sympathy for the Devil.
Oh, dude, that movie is great. I don't even care.
Yeah, like probably one of the worst like fucking movies I've seen in a long time, but easily also the funniest Nick Cage performance I have seen in years. Like again, I'm gonna post you guys a YouTube link that no one else can watch. If this is the podcast, I'm sorry. But this is honestly one of the best line deliveries. Like the line is sit the fuck back down. And Nick Cage just picks the most unhinged way possible to deliver this line. And he does this the entire movie.
damn, I'd watch that.
Every single fucking line delivery from him is just like the most like ridiculous way you could possibly think to deliver the line, and it fucking rules. It's but again, it's a terrible fucking movie. But I feel like that A24 film, Men, I really liked
I
it.
love that movie. Yeah.
I think it was fucking great. I also feel like 99% of people I talk to about it would fucking hate it.
Yeah.
Is this
with-
another Barbie thing?
No, Barbie is actually good. And I recommend that to everyone. I don't know why people think I'm unironically liking Barbie. It's a fucking great movie. Fuck you. It rules. Right? It's aside from the Ryan Gosling memes, which I'll support anything that the Goose does. It's fucking great. It's actually Barbie is a good movie. Everyone go watch. But Men is a very, very good film, but it's like only a certain type of person like that likes weird shit like me and Nathan will fucking enjoy it.
Yes, we do like weird shit.
Yeah, we do. I'm kind of aware.
Therein lies the problem.
My all-time favorite film is Hobo with a Shotgun. So
Yes.
Dude, that was filmed in my fucking hometown, eh?
God.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of place you used to live in.
Yes, it's a documentary actually.
Wild.
That's like I remember one of the guys from Red Letter Media saying that Rutger Hauer used up every last bit of acting ability he ever had in the final scene of Blade Runner, and he never did a good performance again. But they clearly haven't seen Hobo with a Shotgun because his performance in that is amazing.
Dude,
it's incredible. It's such a good movie.
Good. BR, have you watched that yet?
I haven't. No, it's
God.
What the fuck?
You're
I need to
fucking
get
up,
cultured.
dude.
I know. I need to get cultured. You know what? Fuck it. That'll go on my like Halloween
Dude,
list.
That's
I
a good
will
Halloween
watch it
movie.
again any night, any day, like whatever. Like
I
I'm
truly believe
yeah.
that we need to at some point do a Art and War Discord server with a movie night, like just where we get everyone in a fucking live stream. I'll put up the fucking movie.
Dude, let's
and
fucking
everyone can
plan
just
it for
watch.
Halloween. Not on
Nathan,
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah, Halloween,
that's
Art and
fucked
War,
up.
horror movie watch along. We're gonna
It's
do
going
it.
to be real.
Yeah, we should. I you know what? I'll set up the Discord tonight, and then it will not just head straight up. It will not be managed well. There will be no filters. There will be no attempt. There will be there will be two roles. It will be just podcast hosts and everyone fucking else. That's all. This is not an interactive Discord server. The closest you're getting
I'll
is
tell you
I
right now, I'm
will
not going to use it until we have to.
exactly. I will install a bot, and I'll let you guys vote on the movie that we watch, and that's it.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
So that's the best I can do. Please don't post anything too illegal in it, guys.
Did you know? And BR, I know you're going to censor this, and you probably should. Have you ever heard of the movie Gay from Outer Space?
It's a real movie.
It's a real...
He's not joking. It's
real. No, Nathan, I have not.
Look it up. It's a real it's very...
I'm gonna open a private tab.
Yes,
dude, this movie looks sick.
It is.
It's dope. It's like the best movie.
All right, for the pod, I'm not gonna say the title again, but the gist of it is extraterrestrial beings travel the galaxy to free men from a. Sorry, I'm gonna restart that. Extraterrestrial beings travel the galaxy to free men oppressed by females to make way for an entirely homosexual society.
Oh my god.
The film follows a group of intergalactic homosexual black men from the planet Anus who discover the presence of female creatures on planet Earth. Using ray guns, they proceed to eliminate females one by one from Earth, eliciting gratitude from previously oppressed male population.
Based.
Did Spike Lee direct this?
Oh my god, I wish.
Incredible.
Dude, it's 26 minutes long. And it's from Denmark. Those fucking Danes. Director, Master Fatman. What the fuck?
What?
What? This is genuinely a real dude. Master Fatman. Fat Man. Oh, his actual name is Morten Mabunder Lindberg, also known as Master Fatman. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, Morten
This is like some Hideo Kojima level shit.
I like this. This is good.
I think we found a movie for.
I was gonna say I'm gonna put this. This is gonna be in the voting block. You guys can vote for this,
bro. It'll win unanimously with that title.
It would.
Fucking.
You know how the internet is.
It's gonna be Hobo with a Shotgun, Gay from Outer Space. I did it for him there. I did it for you there. BR, saved some editing time on that one.
I'm curious as to how you're going to censor this.
Oh, he's just gonna cut it out. We're not allowed to have that.
I will actually set this up. I will set us up a Discord and we can do a watch along party. So
sick.
We'll come up with a date for it, but I'll get it all up and going so that hopefully by the time this episode comes out, the Discord is live and we can include the invite link in the podcast description. And you guys can join and probably post some shit like at the server banned immediately.
We'll get TFD'd.
Yeah, you're inviting like all of the worst of the worst to come and enjoy Halloween with us.
Isn't that the
Hell
point?
yes.
The what?
Isn't that the point? I mean, it's a night of hell.
It's gonna be for my psyche.
You're gonna have to be like watching this with like a blanket over your monitor or some shit so your wife doesn't see.
Yeah, wherever the chat is on screen, just put a piece of paper over it.
She walks, hey ABR, what do you want? What the fuck?
I swear to God, this was not my idea.
Just blame me.
Stress.
Lucas,
I'm in another country. She can't get me.
Transition.
So excited. We should make a list of movies. Ricky O should be one of them.
Oh yes, fuck yeah. Actually, very quickly before we go off this topic, let's do that. Right. So do we actually want Gay Ends from Outer Space to be on the list? I think we should.
It's 26 minutes, so that would be a very short watch.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I think that's an appetizer. That's a amuse bouche, if you will.
we could just open with
an
it.
amuse bouche. It's a great term for it. Yeah, a little taster before we get into the real meat and bones. So we'll do that either way. That's happening no matter what. So then,
there's nothing that can stop that.
I'm such a lucky boy. I can't wait to go.
Here with all your And it is Halloween, so you can, for instance, dress up with, say, black makeup on your face and things like that. If you are tuning in, that's allowed. And so then we'll start with that, and then the voting options are Hobo with a Shotgun, the Ballad of Ricky O, which we've talked about so much in this podcast at this stage. I feel like everyone should know what it is.
That's my personal vote because it fucks.
It does fuck incredibly hard. It's one of my favorite moments in Canada was me and Nathan getting drunk off of cider in his it was like cider and orange juice in his front room watching Ricky O while everyone's asleep at like 5 a.m. scream laughing the entire time. Just
the best movie of all time. And I was
waking the entire house. It's so fucking good.
I brought Ricky O up at the fucking meet and greet.
Well, of course. It's
moments from it just constantly just spin through my head at like random moments. The problem is not enough people have seen it, so no one knows what the fuck I'm talking about if I ever bring it up. And then explaining it sounds like it's something you dreamt when you were like a fucking had COVID or some shit. Like it sounds like you just made it up during a fever dream.
At this point, we've probably got at least 2 hours of Ricky O content on the podcast discussing it. So people are like, what the fuck is this film? I need to see it. So
you do like a Ricky O smash cut or like a montage of just us talking about Ricky O.
God, is there anything else like absolutely fucked and niche that we could watch with the
Serbian films?
Stop. That's exactly what I'd expect Nathan to pull up.
We did this in Canada too. We made like 4 of our friends sit there and watch a Serbian film. It was me and Nathan grinning, like looking at them, looking at the TV, and like, watch this part.
Wait. Nathan, what did you make the AWS guys watch prior to me and Phil arriving?
The movie is a 2007 French extremity movie called Inside, about a home invasion where a lady really wants to get a pregnant woman's baby. With a pair of scissors.
Oh, fuck.
Great.
And I was doing the exact same thing, just like looking over at them and laughing my ass off while they were all mostly screaming.
Good God. Yeah, so fucking Under the Skin was probably a relief after watching that shit.
Yes, that was actually like a palate cleanser after vivisection.
Good God.
There's nothing quite like the look in your girlfriend's eyes after you show her like a scene from a Serbian film and you're just like, I watched all of this, and she's like, what? Why? You're just like, you're dating me now. they have to like accept it.
Will fundamentally change your opinion on people.
Yeah. That's my favorite thing to do. But so right, so a Serbian sorry. Let's go with Hobo with a Shotgun, which like I feel like people that are just hearing the title are thinking this is going to be a very funny like kind of lighthearted parody movie when it's actually like also incredibly dark and intense and very violent.
To be fair, I laughed my ass off the first time.
It's hilarious.
It's hilarious.
It's hilarious.
See, I've known about this film for like probably over a decade, and it's been on the must-watch list, and it just has never like hit the top. So I need to fucking watch this, especially since it's Nathan's hometown.
I'm a really big fan of films that have like a like they kind of have this like weird like otherworldly feel to them, like the rules of the universe are very different. I watched a film recently that was like that really surprised me that it was like that. I watched this film Bottoms, which is basically Fight Club for girls. It's about these like girls in high school who start like a self-defense class and they just kick the shit out of each other. And like I was watching expecting a generic film, and then like the universe that it takes place in is like so odd. Like they're talking about this big football game that's coming up and how these two teams are going up against each other for the first time in 20 years. And then one of the girls' mothers is like, yeah, like every year every time they play against each other, one of like the star quarterbacks gets killed. One time they pulled them apart with horses. Another time they cut a guy's head off and put it on a pike. And like it's all like really intense, violent shit. There's like they're like history teacher is Marshawn Lynch, the NFL player, beast mode, and he just wears a tracksuit and he's covered like in tattoos the entire time. And like on like the background like of the like in the history class, so, like the name of the lesson, and it'd be like bitches in history who died and like shit like like that. And, like, there's like everyone loves like the school like star quarterback to the point where the principal is like it gets incredibly aggressive over anyone that goes anywhere near. Like apparently he's allergic to pineapple, and he's got like a fruit cup at like the cafeteria, and like getting all this shit like served to him, and someone's in a fruit cup and it's got like pineapple in it, and he's like his like clearly gay like best friend is like, Sandra, what is this? And he's like holding the thing of fruit cup, and he's like, this is pineapple. You know the rules. And he points like the wall as a massive sign. It's like pineapples banned like on it. And shit. Like there's like it's like this weird like otherworldly feel to the whole film. It's really, really good. I really enjoyed it.
I feel like films with those kind of attributes are usually like they feel like they're pulled from a graphic novel, where it's like
that's like the way I describe it.
Yeah, it's like live action, but it's just a little bit off, like a little bit dark, and like someone who didn't get out much wrote this.
Yeah, like everything is just like slightly exaggerated or slightly off or some shit. And I really like that. I really like when films, and like Hobo with a Shotgun is like that on crack, where it's like a whole otherworldly feel to it.
Bro, the flamethrower scene is so good.
Yeah.
You get the same shit with like, oh sorry,
they're good.
I was gonna say you get the same shit with like Watchmen, with Fight Club. Trying to think what other kind of like graphic novel sort of inspired films, but there's always like you're like, this is a little fucked. Like it seems like it's all world, and then it's so obviously not.
Yeah, I love that Watchmen. Like it's a full like alt history sort of like thing going on with Watchmen that like I really like, where I talk about like actual real life events, but like things are slightly different. Or it's like, yeah, JFK did get shot, but it was the comedian that did it, like shit like that. You know,
Vietnam, like America just steamrolled it because they had a fucking giant god to just evaporate the Viet Cong. Like holy shit,
dude! I could try to do a 2-hour fucking podcast just on Watchmen. I fucking love Watchmen.
Let's not bring up the TV show.
I didn't hate the TV show.
I'm in agreement with Nathan.
What?
Like, I only heard awful things about it.
Really?
No, I actually am in agreement with Nathan. I think the problem is that you have to kind of disassociate it a bit from Watchmen to a degree, where like I feel like I like this as a standalone story with elements of Watchmen thrown in. Like Ozymandias was fucking sick in it, but it's a lot of the rest of what it does is so wildly removed from the original that it's kind of hard to connect the two. But I didn't mind it. It's weird.
Quite a bit.
I always feel like that anything that is like branded as like super woke these days or whatever is like kind of people always expect me to hate it, and I usually end up liking it. Like that movie Bottoms, not the same thing.
Well, yeah, that's the expectation. Like, same thing with the Barbie movie. Like,
no, fucking ruled.
I always go in hesitant because there is such like an automatic like, oh well, I am of this opinion generally, therefore all of this media is not like I can't have a good opinion on it, and you kind of it's already got the confirmation bias against it.
Yeah, like that. Like I mentioned that movie Bottoms. Like that was getting a lot of the same shit, being like woke and shit, because it ends with like this like group of girls in a fist fight with a team of like football players. But again, the rest of the movie is set up so obviously that this is some other weird world where normal rules don't apply. That the ending ridiculous fight scene where like one gets killed with a fucking battle sword is just kind of like it's just like, okay, yeah, no, this makes total sense. That this is like it's not actually like meant to be like real life where like a group of like small teenage girls could take a bunch of big football players in a fight. It's so over the top and ridiculous that you're just like, oh yeah, no, this makes sense that this is going this way.
We're just having fun.
Yeah, like straight up, yeah, and like I'm fine with that shit. But it was the same with like Watchmen. Like again, it was like the rules of the Watchmen TV show universe were so ridiculously out there that you're just like, okay, yeah, no, like this is like so clearly not fucking playing by our fucking rules that it's fine. Yeah. Yeah, no, we keep trying to fucking list the movies. We're gonna do Hobo with a Shotgun. We're gonna do Ricky O. Fucking what else? I will do a Serbian film, but I feel like most others won't.
Tusk.
Tusk. I do like Tusk.
I do really recommend.
Tusk would be a fun one.
I do think, Lucas, you should watch Inside later, the 2007 one, not the English remake or the. I will go as far to say that is the most violent movie I've seen in many years. I would include Terrifier 2 and a Serbian film in that.
Dude, Terrifier 2 should be on the list.
It should be, but it's over 2 hours long. It's like 2 hours and 8 minutes or something. But
that is quite the commitment.
Yes.
Such a good 2 hours though.
Excellent fucking movie though. I love Terrifier.
There's something like broken in my brain that like the entire like second half of that movie where he, like, you know, when he's like torturing that one girl, I was just uncontrollably laughing. Like I was
dude,
like,
everyone.
It is the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen. Like, it's just so the scene, like, he's after like scalping this girl and pulling off her arm, and then she's all fucked up on the ground. The dude runs out of the room, and you're like, oh, he's gone, and she's like crying, and then he runs back in with a thing of salt and bleach, and is like grinning, like just like pouring it. Like, it's so over the top. This dude dressed as a clown, just like gleefully torturing someone. It's so insanely ridiculous that it just like wraps around to being hilarious.
Dude, genuinely, like, that is my litmus test when I meet someone. I put on that movie.
That's why Nathan's made someone. This is why Nathan's made no friends in Idaho yet.
That's why they're standing
meet someone in the street like, hey, do you want to go over to my house and watch Terrifier 2? And they're like, no, get away from me.
Usually I actually mislead people. I'm like, yeah, it's a romantic comedy. It's Ryan Gosling's in it. It's written by the same guy who did The Notebook, and then I just put it on with no.
Ryan plays Art the Clown. Ryan plays Art the Clown. He's the clown.
But generally, and this is kind of surprising to me, most people's reaction to that scene, like normal people, not fucked up like us, most people's reaction to that scene is laughter. Because I don't know what else you can really do.
I do think that is the desired effect, like genuinely. Yeah. I don't think they made it like it's so ridiculous. I don't think they made it being like, oh, this is going to be really dark and serious. Like it's like brightly lit. It's like everything looks ridiculously fake. Like it's like just fucking hilarious. But like I just remember like when it first came out, my friend from here in Ireland sending me a Snapchat video of him in his front room recording the screen as it's happening. Just the camera shaking, uncontrollable scream laughing the entire time. And I was like, all right, cool. I'm going to enjoy this. This is exactly up my fucking alley. But I do need to rewatch Terrifier 2.
Yes,
I think it's also I think it's better than the first one, to be honest. I think I prefer it to the original.
Honestly, same here. Well, the first one was made on a budget of like $30. So
yeah. Okay, so we got Hobo Shotgun. We got fucking Ricky. Sorry, the Ballad of Ricky O. We probably can't do Terrifier 2 because it's too long. I forgot that was 2 hours long. Tusk. Okay, let's do Tusk. I like Tusk. I like Johnny Depp in that movie.
How many options can you put in a poll on Instagram?
I was thinking 4. Instagram I don't know, but I was going to do the poll in Discord, but we can do it in Instagram too. Instagram's a better idea, actually.
Yeah,
do 4.
We put the poll up like same day we release the episode, and then we'll just tell people to go and vote, and other people who don't listen will just fucking have an opinion and whatever. They will decide. All right, yeah, we can do 4 options. So
okay, yeah. So we got
Ricky O, Tusk.
What's another good one? Let me just Google right now. Fucked up movies.
Are there any good A24 films that would fix? We talk about A24 a lot.
Well, Tusk.
Yeah, I just watched Hereditary again the other day, which was fun, but I don't.
Oh, dude, that movie fucking rules. Movie.
Yes, fantastic.
Phil hasn't seen Midsommar, and he refuses to.
Why?
I just don't want to.
Excellent movie.
I know the whole plot line.
Yeah, he wouldn't be surprised by a single.
Yeah, but nothing would surprise me.
But you haven't seen a dude get his head exploded by an old guy with a massive hammer. Rules.
I've seen it on Live Leak.
Yeah, I mean,
I was in a movie with the dude that stars in that.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah, Jack Rayner. He's Irish, and I was in a movie about one of his first films that he did. I played a guy that kicked another guy to death at a party based on a true story that happened here in Ireland.
Wow. What?
Yeah.
Cool. So what was the movie called?
Guy gets kicked to death. No, I think it's I think it is What Richard Did. I think is What Richard Did is the name of the movie.
Movie number 4.
So the long story short, it's not a good movie. I would not add it to the list. The long story short is that it's basically kind of inspired by the true story of like a dude here in Dublin who had like was from a very rich area, was very popular, and he got in a fight with a guy at a party and he kicked him to death, and him and his friends did, and then he went to like jail over it, and they shot it in a house opposite the house where the real dude died, and I was one of the guys. Yeah, and I was one of the guys that helped kick the guy to death. It was very, very fun.
Sick. Cool.
Yeah. But that was an interesting shoot. But I actually think they ended up replacing me in the final version because they picked a guy and said that was uglier than me because they said that I looked too cool. Because this is back in my goth days, so they were like, "Now we need someone that looks like a Dublin Courier, so you have to replace you this guy." But I did get us to square up to a guy that was like 3 times my size at a party, who was later in a TV show called Love Hate, where he regularly kicked the shit out of people, and I was like, he would have killed me.
Green Room.
Oh, I fucking love Green Room.
I do love Green Room. Okay, put Green Room on the list.
That's another great A24.
That is a very us sort of.
It is.
Yes.
I mean, my last suggestion was going to be Irreversible, so I think
maybe that's got a touch much rape. I think maybe we should avoid the rape.
Yeah, the 20-minute long real time rape scene is pretty.
Just sitting there, like no commentary, no jokes, all of us just sitting there like.
I very clearly have my pants off again. Yeah. Lucas, your mic's on. I know.
Correct.
Enjoy.
All right, Hobo with Shotgun, Ricky O, Tuscan Green Room. Head to the polls. Pokemon Go to the polls.
Pokemon Go to the polls.
I'm now going to eat my gun. It was nice knowing you all.
But yeah,
Halloween.
That's the Halloween plan. We're doing a Halloween Discord server. I don't know why I suggest these things, because then it gives me more work to do, but it's going to be fun. But it'll be fun. What was our other topics we had? We were going to talk about Halloween. We're going to talk about Halloween movies, so now we know what our Halloween movies are. Fucking what else? I've given my Tampa coordinates for the assassination game.
Yep, good.
Let's see. Plans for upcoming guests and episodes.
Yes.
The episode I want to talk about is the bonus that I'm insisting that we do, because I've been trying to organize this for ages. The only way I'm going to get this done is if I force you fuckers to do it with me. We are going to do a bonus episode where we play a tabletop game of Cyberpunk Red.
That's
it's going to be Dungeons and Dragons, but it's going to be with fucking Cyberpunk shit. And Phil, I'm enlisting you. You're not part of this.
I've never done this in my life.
Neither have I. It's really gay, but it's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun. Let's do it.
I'm going to send you all the PDFs and the fucking character sheets and shit. You better fucking fill them out.
Does Cyberpunk have a DM?
It's gotta.
Yeah, I believe it does. I mean, Cyberpunk was a tabletop game originally. That's like where it came from.
Yeah.
And I believe it does have and like there's actually I actually think there's a Cyberpunk Red like online platform. I think it's Roll20 has like an online platform where we can like make pre-made templates for like the games and shit, and we can like log in and it'll give us like the fucking like tabletop. We can actually see all the shit and they do the character sheets and shit online. Let me find this. I'm gonna make sure this is here. It's actually at the point now where if I have to buy it, I fucking will. They got 1,200 game systems on Roll20 now. So let me find the Cyberpunk one. But yeah, so basically,
if this doesn't get Mike Pondsmith to speak to us, I don't know what will.
Yeah.
Nathan, haven't you fucking like messaged him before?
I did. He didn't reply, and I don't. Well, I sent a message to their media account, which naturally probably wouldn't reply. And I never followed up.
Rip.
Very
rip. Work.
Okay. I'm literally creating the game right now. Cyberpunk Red, Art and War, Come campaign.
Beautiful.
Night City's cum factory is under attack.
Oh god.
Infiltrate Arasaka's.
What if we run out of cum?
We have to infiltrate the Arasaka milking facility. Okay, how the fuck? Oh, I can invite players. Okay, I'm putting all your fucking email addresses in here. Fuck you guys.
God damn it.
You're all gonna do it. So yeah, we're gonna do an episode where we're gonna play through a campaign of Cyberpunk Red. Which again, I feel like I really have to explain what the fuck this is because most of our listeners aren't absolute virgins that know what tabletop games are.
Are you sure about that? I'm not.
It is basically like Dungeons and Dragons, but with fucking cyberpunk shit. So we're gonna be playing as different characters and fucking rolling for shit and stuff. I assume it has a DM. I assume you're right, BR.
See, that's as much as I know about Dungeons and Dragons. I know that there is a dungeon master, and I know you roll dice, and I know that you're different, like, things. You're different breeds of fucking creature. I don't know I don't know how this shit works. I'm acting like I'm a really cool dude who never plays board games as I sit next to, like, a bunch of half-painted 40k models, but...
Yeah, if you've played 40k, then you basically just know the deal.
I have not played 40k, I have just painted them. I have no idea how the fucking game works.
Yeah, I did that too back in the day. I didn't know how to fucking. I was like, I'm not going to the fucking Games Workshop. It smells like fucking hot.
Oh, dude.
I just got your email. Okay,
Yeah,
boys, I gotta go. I'm actually 15 minutes over when I was supposed to. But if y'all want to keep this going,
no, we can. I think we probably got enough that we can just fucking wrap. Don't get anything else to really talk about.
Yes.
Very quickly, Nathan, before you go, can you do the stuff we like corner? You just have to talk about something you like.
Oh fuck. Okay.
What's your show and tell?
What's my show and tell?
A thing.
Oh fuck. Now I'm on the spot. Oh Jesus. I want to make like the most dog shit pistol possible with just like Chinese parts, and shoot a competition match with it, and then probably get my ass kicked. But if not, prove a point.
What's the point?
The point? Go shoot more.
Autism can't be contained.
Autism can't be contained.
It is a superpower, not a disability.
Yes. But other than that, fuck. What do I like? What do I like? You guys.
Oh, that's gay.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay, BR. What stuff you like?
Oh god. Oh fuck. Fuck. I'm just looking at my 40k and becoming embarrassed.
40k. That's it.
40k. These little dudes stop me from doing heinous things. I can't meditate. I can't chill out. So I come home, and while I'm removing no words from the podcast, I paint little dudes with chainswords and blasters and shit.
The new 40k game is actually pretty good. The
fucking Space Marine 2?
Yeah. The FPS one, I've been playing it on my Steam Deck. It's pretty fucking great.
Oh, are you talking about like the like 8-bit looking one? It looks like
yeah. It fucking rules.
What's the fuck's it called?
Hold on. 40k FPS 8-bit.
Isn't it like super campy and like over the top?
Bolt gun. Yeah, it's great. It's really good.
That's actually a relevant talking point in the gun space right now, because growing up, like, you know, in the UK, there was a Games Workshop in every town, and it fucking reeks like someone died in the Burger King bathroom. But but I feel like most European like young lads will get into Warhammer at some point. It's just kind of a rite of passage if you don't play sports.
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't love moving soldiers around a little map?
Exactly, dude. Exactly. This guy gets it, and I've started to see it crop up in the gun community. Is like it's kind of this intersection of the based and trad like shit, because the main protagonists of the Warhammer 40k world are like the Imperium, who are ultra religious zealot humans who are out to kill like heretics, mutants, and aliens, and so that resonates with the based and trad like modern gun guy. And so you're seeing like 40k memes all the fucking time, and if you're not familiar with the space, that's where it comes from, is this stupid like dorky sci-fi little miniature game from the UK, and now it's kind of having a resurgence with the video games. I think that's gonna fucking Henry Cavill, you know, Superman, he's a big fan of it, and I think he's going to be involved in like a Amazon TV show about it. So it's like becoming a big thing. So unashamedly, I hadn't been into it for years. And like I said, I only ever painted them beforehand as a kid. And now I was like, fuck it, I need something to calm and like chill the fuck out and do something that's not important. So I paint little dudes. And you know what? That's my thing I love.
Yeah, that's fair. That's very, very fair. I also really enjoyed Warhammer back in the day. And it's funny seeing, as you said, like I've seen people get genuinely angry over people doing like the "for the emperor" sort of memes and being like, it's a Nazi fucking talking point. It's like, no, it's a fucking parody, retard. It's like, that's the whole point. But yeah, no, I do enjoy that whole fucking what you call it, like controversy.
Kill
Phil,
the heretic.
BR is probably sick of hearing me talk about it because it's all I've talked about this week. But Ernest Fest down in Birmingham, Alabama last weekend was insane. If you're into hardcore music, Furnace Fest next year. Supposedly it's the final year, and it's amazing.
Any bands that I would know that play there? I've been to hardcore.
So Hatebreed, Throwdown, Walls of Jericho.
Fuck.
Gorilla Biscuits. Damn, there a lot of people played. I only went down for Friday, and Friday was like nonstop bangers. I just got destroyed the whole day.
That fucking awesome. Rules. That's awesome.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I gotta check that out. I've recently been getting into a genre called new deathcore. That is fucking sick.
New deathcore, like new metal elements in deathcore.
Yes, and it's actually fucking amazing. So I don't know else to go, but Phil, actually, I was in the Instagram chat. Phil, check this out. You will actually fucking, I feel like you'll love this if you like Hatebreed and shit like that. There's this band called Resolve, and they brought in these two other vocalists from other bands for this song called Older Days, and fuck me, it is an absolute banger. I've never seen like just three vocalists in a room just going fucking insane at it, but it's so good. And there's like rap elements and shit to it, like hardcore, like rap style like flow with like just deathcore vocals is insanely cool.
Nice.
But yeah, so that's
there's been a lot of that kind of, you know, the rap and rock shit, like that was a thing in the early 2000s, the whole new metal thing. And
yeah, but it sucked ass. It was like Limp Bizkit and shit.
Yeah, I think people are like starting to figure out how to do it good.
Yeah,
like people, who was it? Fucking Little Peep or whatever, who was doing like the emo rap thing. That I think that shit sucks too. But it was like kind of a revival of like, hey, we're trying to do rock and rap.
I mean,
and
like, Ghostmain did a decent job of mixing like that dark underground trap sound with metal.
Tech Nine also did a lot of shit like that.
Yeah, Tech Nine did a good job.
Yeah, fucking newcomers in the UK. Everyone's gonna be sick of me bringing these guys up. But
Bob Dylan's sick. You introduced me to them, and they're sick.
They were meant to come out to Appalachia, but they canceled their tour because of fucking visa stuff. So yeah, again, I was robbed of seeing a British band in the UK. Or in the US. I haven't seen a single British band over here the whole time I've lived here. I was like, it'll be fine. They do US tours, and then COVID, and everything's been fucked since then with travel. So I'm like, I'm never gonna see any of these bands ever again. Fuck my life.
The one band on my list that I really want to see, that I feel like I missed them they've played here and like in England, where I could easily see them like multiple times. I still haven't got to see them. Is fucking Architects. I fucking love Architects, and I have somehow they played like Dublin like 3 different times, and I've somehow missed them every single time.
I did the same thing with Idols. They came through Phoenix multiple fucking times, and every time I'm like, what? They were just here? What?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That was like during COVID and everything too. Like a British band coming through during like that period. I was like, how the fuck did I miss it?
I'm really bad at finding out when bands are playing and getting tickets ahead of time. The only one I've managed to recently is I've got tickets for Bring Me the Horizon in January, which I'm looking forward to. I don't care if anyone thinks they're gay. Fuck you. I like Bring Me. Their live shows are fucking great, and their Bad Omens are opening for them, and Bad Omens fucking rule. So I'm excited for that. I think it's gonna be good.
Fuck yeah. Speaking of upcoming episodes, actually, we should do like a hardcore episode and dive into that shit, because we've got some Phoenix history and hardcore history in general amongst us, so we could have some fun with that. But
I saw Bleed From Within play with Devil Wears Prada and August Burns Red in Nashville.
Ooh, that would have been a sick gig.
6 months ago. Yeah, it was a good show. Those guys are awesome. Yeah. They killed it.
Yeah, they rule. They're fucking great. I'm always impressed with the guys because metal, to be honest, does not make money, and I am kind of very impressed by the guys like that, like Devil Wears Prada and shit, that who are still going despite the fact that like there's like no fucking real reason to. There's no like.
Are you familiar with I Set My Friends on Fire?
Yes.
They somehow are still playing shows.
How?
Yeah, right. They haven't put out music in forever, and they're still.
I was gonna say
fucking will.
like lately I've been what's been happening is as I'm on YouTube and watching more music shit on YouTube when I work, I'm getting like suggestions for like new songs coming out from bands that I listened to like years back, and I'm like, oh shit, they're still going and all. Like, do you know fucking Icy Stars still exist and are still producing music?
They shouldn't.
They shouldn't. They absolutely should not. I thought they were gay even when they were popular. I was like, this shit sucks ass. But there's somehow like YouTube still, every time I log on now, it's one of my top suggested videos. I'm like, I'm not watching it. I'm just not. No, I'm not gonna watch it. But actually, a band that I found recently that I would highly suggest if you like any sort of metal shit is Impermanence. They are a Swedish band where the lead vocalist plays violin while screaming, and it's fucking incredible.
Nice.
It fucking rules. The dude looks like he should be in like Mumford and Sons, and he like is like wearing like a fucking like a shirt and fucking like what's the word, suspenders and shit, and he's got a violin, and then he just starts dropping like heavy deathcore vocals, and I'm like, this rules. This is sick.
Fuck yeah.
But no, there's sorry, it's Imminence, not Impermanence. Imminence. There's a song called Desolation that I highly suggest. But also Resolve, Older Days is a fucking banger, and I literally had it on repeat for a solid like week when I was working. But yeah, fucking what else I listen to that's good. And I'm just talking about music I like.
Ads, should we pull this to a close?
Yeah, probably. Actually, you're gonna have to cut like most of this. No one gives a fuck about this. I'm gonna stop recording. Just keep talking about metalcore. You're like, also none of our viewers know this shit at all.
Yeah.
You go for it, B.R.
Hey, thanks guys for listening. Thank you, Phil, once again for being dragged onto the show and talking, shooting the shit with us. Yeah. Okay, bye.
Bye, guys.
Okay, bye.